One minute they're laughing, the next minute someone's bleeding. This isn't just reality TV drama, this is a family imploding in real time. We all saw the fight, the shouting, the physical clash that left everyone in shock. But everyone thinks this fight came out of nowhere. It didn't. The warning signs were everywhere. And today, we're going to break down exactly how years of unspoken tension turned into a physical altercation in a matter of minutes. This didn't start with yelling. It started with exhaustion, resentment, and one sentence that hit way too deep. Let's rewind. The story begins with a feeling we all know: post-vacation dread. Coming back to work after a break is supposed to be refreshing, but for one sister, it was instant anxiety. Imagine your schedule: back-to-back filming days, photo shoots, hours in the glam chair, and stressful calls with lawyers. There's no room to breathe, no moment of peace. You start to feel trapped, caught between what you have to do and what everyone expects you to do. That little voice in your head starts whispering, "I could just quit. I could walk away." But then you look around, and everyone else is just getting on with it, pushing through. So you push your feelings down and tell yourself to keep going. That's the first crack in the foundation. The tension first started to show over something that seems so trivial: hair and makeup. On a high-pressure filming day, one sister puts her foot down. She says she won't film without her glam team. To everyone else, it looks like she's being difficult, unprofessional, a diva. But for her, it's not about looking perfect. It's an act of self-preservation. It's her one way of taking back a tiny bit of control in a life that feels completely out of her hands. This wasn't about hair and makeup. It was about who gets to set boundaries and who gets punished for it. The passive-aggressive comments start immediately. Little jabs disguised as jokes. Must be nice to get the special treatment. We're all working. Why can't you? These aren't lighthearted teases anymore. They have an edge. They're designed to make her feel guilty for trying to protect her own sanity. This is where the dynamic begins to shift. It's no longer a group of siblings working together. It's becoming two against one. The person setting the boundary is now the problem, and the resentment is quietly building on all sides. Next, the family takes a trip, but the lines between family time and work have completely blurred. What should have been a vacation turns into a financial argument. A dispute over a bill becomes a public spectacle. Instead of pulling her aside to discuss it privately, one sister calls her out in front of everyone. Then, another sibling jumps in, siding against her without even knowing the full story. Imagine that feeling, being publicly undermined by the very people who are supposed to have your back. You expect loyalty, a united front, but instead, you get shame and isolation. The real fight wasn't about the money on the bill, it was about loyalty. It was a silent question hanging in the air. After all we've been through, why don't you have my back when it matters most? The message she received was clear. In this family, your feelings don't matter as much as keeping the peace and getting the job done. This brings us to the most common weapon in a dysfunctional family's arsenal: the phrase, "It's just a joke." One sister's communication style is sarcastic and blunt. She says what she thinks, and if it hurts, she defends it by saying, "That's just my personality." The other sister is more sensitive, and these jokes feel like personal attacks. For years, she's been told she's overreacting, that she needs to lighten up. "That's just my personality" becomes a shield, an excuse to avoid taking responsibility for the emotional damage being caused. It's a classic case of emotional invalidation. Think about it. How many times can someone hear you read too sensitive before they finally snap? It's not about one comment. It's about a lifetime of feeling misunderstood, of having your pain dismissed as a flaw in your character. The hurt isn't from the last 10 minutes. It's from the last 10 years. And then, the explosion. It all comes to a head in a screaming match that seems to be about everything and nothing all at once. The argument jumps rapidly from topic to topic. It starts with work ethic. You never show up, then moves to being dependable. "We can't count on you." All the old narratives and resentments that have been simmering for years finally boil over. The insults get more personal. The voices get louder. There are kids nearby witnessing this meltdown. Threats are made, and then a physical boundary is crossed. One sister lunges at the other. In that moment, there's just shock. Everyone watching, including the family, is stunned into silence. This wasn't a moment of temporary rage. This was years of unspoken resentment, jealousy, and hurt finally spilling out in the ugliest way possible. The pressure had been building for so long that the dam was always going to break. This was just the moment it happened. In the immediate aftermath, the silence is almost louder than the shouting was. The fight is over, but the air is thick with confusion and heartbreak. The other family members look at the sister who got physical and ask, who has she become? They see her as the aggressor, the one who lost control. There's an immediate distancing. No one is rushing to comfort anyone. They're just trying to process what they saw. But nobody truly understands what just happened because they only saw the final act. They didn't see the months of anxiety, the battles over boundaries, the feeling of being ganged up on, or the years of being told your feelings are wrong. They just see the explosion, not the cause. The scariest part wasn't the fight itself. It was the sudden, horrifying realization of how far apart they had already grown. The physical distance that came after the fight was nothing compared to the emotional distance that was already there. This fight didn't end anything. It revealed everything. It tore back the curtain on a family dynamic that had become toxic and unsustainable. It showed that when communication breaks down and resentment is left to fester, even the strongest bonds can shatter. When the people you love become the source of your greatest stress and your family becomes an environment you can no longer survive in. What do you do next? There's no easy answer. What do you think? Was a blow-up like this inevitable, or could it have been avoided? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.